Okay, we're going to be doing the Hungarian dance. And I want you to look at your music and look next to the treble clef. And what do you see in your key signature? I see an F sharp. That means we're either in the key of G major or we're in the key of E minor. And this song sounds pretty minor. So it is the key of E minor. So we're going to work on the scale. So you're going to put your thumb on E. Now remember, the key signature tells us all the F's are sharp, okay? So we're going to go E, E, and then there's an F sharp next. 3, put your thumb under. Good. Then go down till you run out of fingers. Cross the 3 over. Let's play the E minor scale again. Okay, so you can pause the video and work on that, or just rewind the video and practice with me. That's called the E natural minor scale. Now we're going to do the E harmonic minor scale, which raises number 7, okay? So here we go. 1, 2, 3, cross your thumb under, 4, 5, 6. Oh, here's number 7, and we have to raise it to a sharp. Let's try that again. Ready, play. It's a pretty cool sounding scale. Did you do it? If not, rewind the video and practice with, or just turn it on pause and practice it. I'm going to go up and down this time. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. Okay, and scales are a great way to warm up, all right? So warm up with your E minor scale before you play your Hungarian dance. I love this song. It was one of my favorite songs. I actually played this song. This book is out of print, I think, now, so it's real hard to get this piece, but I just thought this was a really, really cool piece. Okay, so I'm just gonna talk to you so you can keep your eyes on your music and you can just listen to the video. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to remember that our key signature, just like our scale, our key signature had F sharp, and you'll also get some other surprise sharps coming in, okay? I would suggest that before you try playing with me, that you practice on your own and get familiar with the notes. Double check your rhythms. There's a lot of clues that you can do. When you're ready, you're going to go ahead and try to play with me. All right. Remember, one of the best ways to practice is to play each line how old you are. If you are 11 years old, then when you're practicing line 1, play it 11 times. And I bet you by the time you play it 11 times, it's going to sound magnificent. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is the right hand. If we look at the right hand note, the special line is middle C. Well, this is one lower than C. So you're going to drop your thumb to B, put your thumb on B, but we're still going to keep the rest of our hand like the C position. So we play the B, and then the next note is what? E, and it's third finger. Okay? All right, so I'm going to count to 4, because if you look next to the key signature, you have the time signature. Usually the time signature is a bunch of numbers like 4, 4, 3, 4, 2, 4. There's no numbers. There's just a big old C. I don't know if you've ever noticed that before, but that is called common time. Common time is 4 beats in a measure, okay? So we are going to count to 4. So put your hand back up there, drop your on the C position. Now drop your thumb to B, and let's see if we can play the first page right hand only. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, rest. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, rest. 1, 2, 3, rest. Rest, rest. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, rest. Good. Okay, so there was a lot of counting in that because a lot of you guys are not really thinking of the counting when you're practicing, and counting is a very big thing. So you should rewind that and play with me, and you should count out loud, okay? So that you get used to doing it, okay? And then if there was anything that tricked you or you didn't get your hand moved soon enough, you can go back and practice it. I'm going to go ahead and put the phone back where you can see, or the video back where you can see the piano, and I'll just play up an octave. So we're going to do the left hand, okay? Let me move this just a little bit. Okay, so we're going to do the left hand. It starts with all cows eat grass, okay? So E and G. 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. 3, 1. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. Okay, now I know that was pretty fast. I even messed up on the counting. I said 3 instead of 4. But you should have already practiced your left hand. And one way to practice your chords is instead of playing, the whole thing like this, you could just hold the one in the first measure, the one in the second measure, the one in the third measure. You got to move your thumb and practice getting the chord changes, okay? So if you need to practice, you can turn your video on pause, and when you come back, we are going to try to play the left hand together, okay? All right, so here we go with just the left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. 4, 1. 4, 1. 4, 1. 4, 1. 4. 1, 2, 3, rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 4, 1. 4, 1. Okay, and that may seem very weird to you to do just the left hand and do the counting, but you should be able to do the hands apart. That's a great exercise. It's a great thing to practice. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we will do both hands, okay? So here we go. One page, both hands. 1, 2, I'm going to go kind of fast, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I'm playing up an octave higher than written. What we're going to do now, if you kept up with that, that's great. If you need practice, go ahead and practice it and pause the video and turn it back on when you're ready. I'm going to move the phone over a little bit, or the video, so we can play it where it's written. I just need to move my music. And remember, practice is over and over and over. So just because you have it, one time, that doesn't mean you really have it, okay? If you look on page 2, let's do line 1. Let's practice that right hand, okay? So the very first note on the bottom is E, and the top note is your pinky A, and they go together, okay? Now notice what happens next. This bottom note stays the same, and the top note just goes down one. So you should practice that. Try it again. And do it about 3 more times. Okay, after you've done that 3 times, let's practice the next 2 things in the right hand. This would be page 2, line 1, second measure. Okay? C, and don't forget, all your F's are sharp, okay? So play C and F sharp together, and then your thumb will go go down one. Now the bottom note is B, and we'll move, our third finger was already on E, so it's B and E. So let's practice that change. Try it again. Ready, play. Ready, play. Okay, and the whole time remember that your fingers are curved, okay? Don't forget, you're not seeing a side view, but you know, your fingers are curved and you have a bubble under your hand. Because I know I keep seeing some people whose bubble is down like this, resting on the piano. Don't do that. Make sure you have a bubble under there. Okay, so let's practice the right hand. And remember, after you play the last one, your hand's going to have to move. Well, you better know where you're going. So the very last notes for the right hand, move all the way. The bottom note is letter, you want to move as fast as you can, G, okay? So let's practice this move. Let's look at measure 2, the last notes in the right hand for measure 2. It was B and E, right? So you play that, and then now when I say move, you're going to move as fast as you can and find your thumb on G. Move. Do you have your thumb on G? Now play G and E. Okay, let's try it again. So you're down here with B and E. Okay, when I say move, you're going, and that's a big stretch, this B and E, 1 to 3. When I say move, you're going to move as fast as you can over to the G. Ready? Move. Ooh, I was pretty fast. Were you? Then play these 2 notes. Okay, and you can practice that. That way your hand is trained to know where you're moving. Okay, let's try just the right hand on the top line of page 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Good. I didn't move my hand super fast to that G. I had all that time to wait. I should have moved faster, but I still got there in time. Okay, so you can keep rewinding the video and practice that with me again, or pause it if you need practice on your own. When you restart the video, we're going to go ahead and do hands together on that line. Left hand thumb on C, right hand thumb on E. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we're going to go to the B section. Okay, so the next line starts a whole different thing. Okay, we've got, let's see, it says, what finger? Number 2, no, on B. Yeah, number 2 on B, okay? Now watch out for finger changes on this line, okay? There's some finger changes coming up. So you've got your thumb on C, but our first note is B. Your right hand, they're just sharing C right now, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 1. Okay, did that sneak by you? Was that fast? If you look at measure 1, 2, measure 2, the last note in the left hand is a B, and it has a 2 under it. It's the second finger. But then it says put your thumb on it. So on the very next measure, on measure 3, so it's 2, 1, but it's the same note. Don't play 2 different notes. It's 2 and 1. Practice that real fast by yourself. Okay, now let's try it one more time. And it is mezzo piano. It says to play it soft, okay? Let's try this line. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 1. Did you hear me get forte on the end? This song has a lot of cool surprises in it. It just has a lot of cool stuff. And it starts off mezzo piano, which is soft, and the ending is very loud, okay? I'm going to play the whole B section right now, but what you might want to do is pause the video, and if you have not practiced the other 3 lines on the second page, you probably want to practice those. Remember, however old you are is how many times you're going to practice each line. When you are ready with that, you can turn the video back on and play with me, okay? So we are now going to start on page 2, line number 3. So the first note is an A, and it says second finger. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I played the wrong notes. Let's start again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 1. Okay, when this part on the last line, B, C, it's the same thing in both hands. 2 B's, 2 C sharps, 2 D sharps, and 2 B's. Okay, and then at the end of this line, it says D, C, al fine. What does that mean? It means go back to the beginning and play to the fine, which in Italian means end, yes. Okay, so I'm going to do the whole song, somewhat slow, and then I'll do a challenge speed after that, okay? So see if you can keep up with me on the somewhat slow. Use the correct fingers, don't pop your bubble, play the right rhythms, don't forget the sharps. If you make a teeny boo-boo, don't just take your hands off the piano and give up. If you make a small mistake, just leave your hands up there and come back in when you can, okay? Just follow the music with your eyes. Sometimes it will be a good practice to just listen to me play it and your eyes follow along to the music to make sure that you can keep up with where the music's going and your eyes can track it, okay? That's a good practice to do as well. So there's different ways to practice. You know, sometimes you can clap rhythms, sometimes you can follow along with your eyes, and sometimes you actually play. There's, you know, a lot of different ways to practice. Okay, so here we go. The whole song. 1, try to do your louds and softs too, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. So did you keep up? And your goal is to play it at that speed with no mistakes. Now that might take you a whole entire week, and that might take practicing every day. But right now, at the moment, since we can't go very many places, practicing is something we can do. And remember, you can break it up, practice 15 minutes and then another 15 minutes. And before you know it, you're just going to know the piece really good. Just come and sit down at the piano a couple, 2 or 3 times during the day. Turn on the video and practice. Or try to practice with the video all the way through and then all the way through again another time during the day. All right. If you can do that, or once a week or so goes by, if you've practiced every day and you've played the lines how old you are, and you've really done your homework, then you probably know the song and you're probably ready for the challenge. So here comes the fast tempo, because it does say allegro above your time signature, and allegro means quickly and happily. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. On the end. Okay, so you don't want to play the whole song and then accidentally hit the crack on the end. Okay, so that's a really fun song to play. You'll have a lot of fun playing it. Just do your homework. The composer is Johannes Brahms. I will send you some information on him as well. And like I said, this was one of my favorite pieces to play. I played this when I was taking lessons. I really, really liked it. Okay, so I can't wait to hear you guys play it. Just make sure that you practice it a lot, because the more you practice, the better you're going to be. If I check in with you on your Skype lesson or FaceTime and you haven't really practiced, then you're probably not going to make a lot of progress. So take advantage of this time and, you know, really try to practice. And remember, if you want to, you can plug headphones in or earbuds into your device and put an earbud or a headphone on one ear to hear me, but leave the other one out so you can hear your piano, and you can probably hear really good that way. You don't have to do that, but it does work good. Okay, super guys. By the time you completed this video, if you did the whole thing, this video is almost 24 minutes long. And if you stopped and paused it to practice, then I am sure you have practiced today well over 30 minutes. So it can be done, and it really isn't that long. You just have to get used to it and make yourself do it. And you'll just see the progress. You'll just be flying off the charts if you can remember to practice every day, okay? Bye-bye.